I'm eating a warhead before we get started. That's what I do now. I don't even eat meals. I just wait till my blood sugar gets too low and just eat a warhead. And I'm gonna spit it out. Blech. I only want the sour part. As long as it makes my tongue bleed, it's a success.
How's it going, friends?
I want to welcome everyone back to Nostalgia Central, I guess. This is like a 5-year-old map. I don't even know where the cameras are. I just have the binds. I know this is probably a super unprompted video for a lot of you to just be showing up in your sub boxes, if it even does. Who knows what YouTube's algorithm does anymore. But I really did want to talk to you guys about a few things. Like, I really wanted to vent, and it's taken me a lot of courage to get up to the point of even just touching my channel, for reasons which I'll explain here in a second. But yeah, this is definitely going to be more of a serious video. So to help alleviate some of those sad emotions, I'm gonna be occasionally sneaking in a funny sound effect to, like, I don't know, lighten the mood or something. So a lot of people are probably really confused as to why I disappear so frequently. And there's kind of like a menagerie of reasons for this. I think the biggest one really is that my channel is associated with so much sadness and trauma and abandonment from things that I've endured in the past and things that I've just kept private. I'm not really allowed to talk about a lot of the things that happen, mostly just out of respect for the parties that it entails. But essentially, TLDR, I've been incredibly majorly mistreated. And I know this past year has just been a total clusterfuck, like the worst fucking year for so many people. I'm no exception. But alongside all of the isolating effects of this pandemic, I've had to just deal with so much, just an unnatural amount of abandonment, and it's been very incredibly hard to cope with. I've sought a lot of therapy. Has it helped? I'm sure it has in some ways. I'm still waiting to feel like, you know, serotonin. But yeah, no, essentially a lot of this abandonment and trauma and sadness is the result of people who are a part of the history of this channel, people who are a part of its identity, so to speak. A lot of the people I used to work with and spend my time with and put trust in. I don't want to go into too much detail about everything because I don't know what's really appropriate to share publicly. But bottom line is that after just months and months and months of grief and seeking out answers and just wallowing in the past, you know, I've objectively been just severely mistreated. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying like, oh, I was an angel. Why am I being so mistreated? Like, I try so hard to be a decent person, but there are just people out there who are very toxic, and I made the mistake myself of associating with them continuously. I've made the mistake of like fighting to have them in my life, and I know that is partly my fault, but now I have to suffer the wounds from that. And obviously this doesn't apply to everybody. There are plenty of people who I've just naturally lost contact with, and that's really fine. That's just part of life. But there are some pinnacle personalities from this channel that have really put me through the ringer. But that's really all I want to say on that front. I hope it helps paint a clearer picture as to why I would be really scared of approaching my channel again, why it hurts so much to even think about it, and why it's taken so much time to like work up the courage to get to this point. Alongside that, I have also been trying to pursue a new career alongside YouTube. I have been for a couple of years, which means I've been going to school, which means I've had to delegate a lot of time for that as well. So school mixed with like work, mixed with like grief, YouTube has been kind of lower on the priority list, even though I've been really wanting to do it again. And then on top of that, sidebar, I've been going through another breakup, so wow, just great fun stuff. Oh, life is awful. But yeah, no, I definitely want to return though. Some of these people from my past have made me very self-conscious about it. Because for me, this channel and uploading videos and being like a personality has been very comforting and consistent for me. You know, when I don't really have anything, like I can at least like be haha funny on Gmod and like upload it to my channel. And there are a lot of negative things that go along with that, like maybe, you know, sometimes hate comments, or like maybe the video doesn't do as well, but it's also, it's like what I know, it's like what I grew up doing, so it is in a way comforting for me, and I don't want to give that up. Some, you know, these people have like criticized me for it, saying like, she only does it for the money, and Gmod is just childish, it's just such childish humor, and like, me and my pride, I'm like, I'm not childish, but like, I totally am, dude. I'm 25 years old and I live like poo fart humor. Like, that's just the way, I'm sorry. Like, I just love it. Okay, so fuck you. But eventually, you know, you also start to believe what they say. You're like, oh my god, am I an immature, childish little bitch? And like, you know, maybe there's some truth to it, but like, I'm allowed to. And I've just been convincing myself that I've been convincing myself that I can't. I'm not like that. I have to stay away from it. At the end of the day, though, I really want to do this again. So I'm going to try. I want to disclose up front that videos will probably be relatively low effort, like compared to my big epic productions in the past. I don't honestly have time to invest that much in per video. But like, I don't think that it has to be the greatest, bestest thing. So some of my best performing videos are ones where we were just like, oh, this is kind of funny. Let's try it. And also, I just don't really have the resources anymore. I had to eat all the G-Fleece to survive, so there's that. I also want to mention that Gmod 2, that's right, fucking Gmod 2 is coming out apparently this year. Some of you might know it as Sandbox. It's being developed by the same people who made Gmod, Facepunch Studios. And it's running on the Source 2 engine, from what I understand, and it looks incredible, and I want to be part of that hype train. Come on. I'm really excited for like what potential opportunities come with that new side of a sandbox game. So I want to be here for that. I'm gonna be here for that. So let's start now. But yeah, to finish things up, I also stream a lot on Twitch, which it makes sense. I never really used to do a whole lot of that in the past, so there's minimal negative association over there. So that's pretty easy for me to just hop on and, you know, play like Rocket League or something and just chat. It's a really cool community over there. I really like how it's like a mutual respect, a little forum where everyone just chats. So if you want to be part of that, you're totally 100% at liberty to decide whether or not you want to be part of it. But if you do, I have provided a link in the description below. I'm really sorry for being gone as often as I have been. I'm sorry for just like promising shit and then not doing it. I feel like that's like the one consistent thing in my life is that I'm not consistent. Okay, bye!